The third one is the transactional leadership. And as the name suggests, it is transactional. Do this, they give you this. Don't do this, and you lack this. So, on the transactional leadership, it focuses on setting clear expectations, establishing rewards and consequences, and maintaining regular feedback and communication with team members. So, leaders who adopt this style, and I think this is where most of our leaders are in this economy in the Kenyan economy and the leadership style. So, the leaders who adopt this style, they define the tasks and the goals for the team and provide specific instructions on how to achieve them. They also establish a system of rewards, and this is the 844. If I can attribute it to the educational system, I have a very good father and a good mother, and I'm a product of that. So they used to give me and set me to goals. Get an A, you get this. Get a B plus, you get this. Get a B, get this. Get a B minus, get nothing. So, and that's our style. The 844 was a transactional one. But coming back to leadership, it is that leaders who establish this style, they define their style. They define the task and goals for their team, and they provide the specific instructions on how to achieve them. They establish a system of rewards and punishments based on performance, creating a transactional relationship between the leader and the followers. So with this, there's a challenge on this. But before I go to the challenge, one benefit of the transactional leadership, it promotes accountability and efficiency within the team, because no one wants to fail. No one wants to fail. But now, they'll be accountable to their leaders, they'll be accountable to their team members. But the major disadvantage we have in the transactional leadership is that it focuses on task completion and adherence to established rules and procedure. And this in turn hinders them to think outside the box and explore innovative solutions. We end up as puppets. You're told, if you don't do this, this will happen. If you do this, this will happen. So, and moreover, relying on rewards and punishments, it may lead to a transactional mindset where the team members focus solely on meeting expectations to achieving rewards. Instead of a team going forward because of working as a team, it promotes competition, because I have to win so that I can get this reward. I have to defeat so and so that I can get this reward. And honestly, if I'm asked, but this is my honest opinion, I will not go for the transactional leadership. And then now we have the father of them all. It is called the laissez-faire leadership style. This is where you are given a free room to do everything and anything that you want. The leader is not hands-on, but he or she will always provide a guide on how to achieve a common goal. So here the leader is not involved so much in the leadership, in the decision making, but he will always approve of the things that are good and always disapprove of the things that are not good. So in this type of leadership style, the laissez-faire, there's a high freedom among the team members, and this will always increase autonomy and creativity among the team members, because they have that room to discuss and internalize, to know, are we going to do this style, are we going to do this style. And for me, the laissez-faire, as much as the leader is not hands-on, is a good way to promote creativity. And this I would highly advocate for parents to adopt. Give the children the ability to make their own decision. You can only guide them. And since you are going to have leaders and people that have been successful in the family setup, in leading the family, we are going to ask them which style of leadership they think is. But for me, as a potential parent or as a parent, I will highly encourage this towards my children. the laissez-faire style of leadership. But the limitation of the laissez-faire is that there's a lack of structure and guidance from the leader, and it can lead to confusion and lack of direction, as you have just said, among team members, especially if they require support and clarity on specific tasks. It may lead them to lack of structure and lack of direction, and the team members may struggle to prioritize the task in accordance to which one is important, which one is not important, how to coordinate efforts, or to make informed decisions without proper guidance. As much as it's good for the family, always be present, be a present parent. But today we are not talking about parenthood. Today we are talking about leadership. And the fifth style of leadership, it is the transformational leadership. Transformational leadership. And this is where the leaders inspire and motivate their team members to achieve a shared vision. They inspire and motivate their team members to achieve a shared vision, and this is good because they can always exceed their own expectation. When you have a little motivation to children, to people that of your team, to anyone, people can always feel confident and they'll always exceed their own expectation. So these leaders, they have compelling vision for the future, and they use charisma and passion to inspire and influence people. I had a friend, I'll not mention his name, but I had a friend where we were together in a group setting, and we were together in the leadership. He was so charismatic, and always he would push people to achieve their vision. Right now, people miss him. People miss him a lot. But wherever he is, I pray that he's going on doing the good work. So, the transformational leadership. The key components of transformational leadership is that they have charisma. They are characterized with charisma. I don't know if I say charisma, you are thinking of a certain leader of the political aspect. I know most of you can connect, but now, is it really a good style of leadership? Let's see in the next one. But under this, their major advantage, they will always encourage the professional advancement, the advancement in your style, in your character as a person. But one transformational leader that I can think of at the moment is Mahatma Gandhi. He inspired a nation to pursue non-violent resistance to the pursuit of independence, and Steve Jobs, who revolutionized the technology industry through his visionary leadership at Apple. And one thing that I'll challenge you, everyone that will listen to this podcast, go and research the story of Steve Jobs. I learned about it the other day, and it was wow. It was eye-opening. He surpassed his limits. And as a leader, are you willing to surpass your limits? Friends might come against you. Are you willing to put that away? And the sixth one, and a lot of people, I'll not blow my own house horn, but it is called the servant leadership. So the servant leadership places a strong emphasis on serving the needs of others and prioritizing the well-being and growth of team members. You are the type of person, and if it is about doing something, you can't do that thing until the team member has gotten his or her own share. So servant leadership acts as a steward, focusing on the development and success of their team rather than their own personal achievements. But there's a catch here. Do you prioritize others completely? Remember, you are still on a quest of being better and becoming better. That's the only purpose of a leader, guiding people to have common vision, and that common vision, you should always be better than your members. Work to be the best person that you can be. They display empathy, humility, and a genuine concern for the welfare of their members and others. So wherever you are serving, are you a servant leader? Are you a laissez-faire? Are you a participative leader, as we are going to see the next style? Are you the authoritative? Are you the autocratic? But one principle, coming back to servant leadership, is the empowerment of their team members, and they always promote an environment that encourages collaboration and promotes a sense of belonging and ownership among the team. They always involve their team in decision making. They are not there, I have to do this, I have to do this. No. Servant leadership, they always call their members down, sit down, have a sitting, discuss, and know what is happening or what is going to be the best solution for the team members. One disadvantage of a servant leader is that when a decision need to be done fast, that's a challenge for them, because for them they have to sit down with their whole team and make ideas and informed decision where everyone feels heard, feels appreciated. And this something that I've thought of. As a servant leader, they nurture a culture of trust and open communication. They create avenues and opportunities for personal growth and professional development. So I think this is the style to be. Apart from that, it cannot make a decision that fast, but team members will always feel heard. And that I think is the style that Mwangi of the Equity Group has. I've observed him, I've read a lot about him, and he is indeed a servant leader. So the seventh one, we have the participative leadership. And the participative leadership, as the name has suggested, it is participate. So the leader will always make sure that the members are participative and actively involve the team members in the decision making process and value their contribution. So these leaders value the collective team wisdom or collective wisdom of the team, and they seek input from their members to seek informed decision. This style and the servant leadership, in terms of decision making, they are the same. And this approach always creates an inclusive work environment where everyone's idea and perspective are valued and respected. One example of the participative leadership is the open door policy, where leaders create opportunities for team members to provide feedback and contribute to decision making. So this style is most effective when diverse perspectives and expertise are required to solve complex problems or make strategic decisions. And one thing that I love about this style of the open door policy is that you will always feel welcomed, appreciated, and even a sense of belonging in that team. And so I want to finalize on this podcast. I was asking myself, or rather I was asked by someone, to say the difference between leadership and management. And one thing that I'll tell you for free, that the two are completely different, but they always complement each other. In an organization, you might have a leader, but you also need a manager. In an organization, you have a manager, but you still need a leader. So they complement each other, but they are totally different. So one thing that I've learned is that both of them, they are also essential for the success of the team, for they involve different skill set, approaches, and focus area. So as we defined in our previous episode, that leadership is the ability to inspire, guide, and influence others towards a common goal. And leaders are visionaries who focus on the bigger picture, set a compelling vision, and motivate and empower their team members to achieve it. Whereas managers is the process of planning, organizing, and controlling resources to achieve specific objects. So, a leader manages a team. A manager manages resources. That's the key difference. So, leadership development programs aim to cultivate the skills and qualities in individuals aspiring to leadership positions within established organizations or as entrepreneurs in churches, at homes. But a manager, they focus on tasks, processes, and systems to ensure the efficient execution of operational activities. So, our key takeaway is that a leader focuses on the human resource. A manager focuses on the other economic resources, the structure, the policies, and everything that will bring effectiveness and efficiency in a team. So, I'll just dive in as I finalize on the key differences between leaders and managers. Number one, in terms of focus, the leaders focus on inspiring and guiding others towards a vision. While managers focus on executing tasks and achieving specific objects. So in terms of focus, the leaders focus on inspiring and guiding others towards a vision, while managers, they focus on executing tasks and achieving specific objectives. The second one, approach. So leaders take a more visionary and inspirational approach, while managers take a more practical and task-oriented approach. The third one, the scope of influence. So leaders have a broader scope of influence impacting the organization and its culture, while managers, they have a narrow scope, typically within their specific department or team. Leaders might be the leaders of the whole team, but managers might be given a small team where he focuses on the tasks and the objectives to be met. So the time horizon, leaders think of long term and consider the organization's future direction, while managers, they focus on the short to medium term goals and day-to-day operations. That's why you'll find many managers coming for assignments. In churches, you'll find some people acting as managers, coming for, have you done this, have you done this, have you done this? But all of us, we are different fish in the same sea. So, and the last one, skill set. Leaders need more strategic thinking, communication, vision setting, and interpersonal skill. I'll repeat, leaders need strategic thinking, communication, vision setting, and interpersonal skills, while managers, they require skills in planning, organizing, problem solving, and decision making. I'll repeat, managers, they require skills in planning, organization, problem solving, and decision making. So guys, are you a manager or are you a leader? Not that one is better than the other one. Both of them play critical roles in the well-being of a team, of an organization, of an institution, of a family setup, church setup. And remember, where there's no purpose, abuse is inevitable. Where there is no purpose, abuse is inevitable. So go and have a self-reflection. Know, are you a leader? Which style of leadership are you? What are the roles of leadership? And above all, let's continue being inspired endlessly to lead fearlessly. I've been your host, Hilary Ndirangu Irongo, and until then, let's meet on the next episode of the Minds Mapped podcast. Thank you.